Hello, I'm Jonathan from Boom Instructor Training. On this video, I'll be explaining how to deal with spiral roundabouts. If you have an upcoming Part 2 test, then go to my website and buy my Part 2 video tutorials. You can easily self-learn, self-practice and self-improve your own driving skills. You can self-correct any bad driving habits that you might have. And you can do this quite easily by watching and learning from my Part 2 video tutorials, and then of course going out and getting plenty of practice. I'll now explain how to deal with spiral roundabouts. A spiral roundabout is designed to help traffic flow smoothly by guiding drivers from entry to their desired exit through a series of spiralling lanes. When approaching a spiral roundabout, observe traffic signs and road markings and select the appropriate lane for your intended exit. When you enter the roundabout, follow the lane markings. Enter the roundabout in the lane which corresponds to your exit. The markings on the road will guide you through the correct path. Spiral roundabouts have lane markings that spiral to the left to help you move into the correct lane to exit the roundabout. Once on the roundabout, stay in your designated lane. As you circulate, lane markings will spiral you from one lane to another. Follow these markings carefully. Let's go through a couple of examples. Example 1. Following the road ahead, the second exit. On approach, there is a choice of 3 lanes. Let's call these lanes Lane 1, Lane 2 and Lane 3. Lane 1 and Lane 2 can be selected to go ahead. Let's imagine you are in Lane 1. Looking ahead, there are 3 lanes on the roundabout corresponding to the 3 approach lanes. When going ahead in Lane 1, you would need to drive into Lane 1 on the spiral roundabout and remain in Lane 1 to exit the roundabout. When going ahead in Lane 2, you would need to drive into Lane 2 on the spiral roundabout and remain in this lane to exit the roundabout. A left signal would be needed here to inform any drivers waiting here that you are exiting the roundabout. Example 2, turning right, the third exit. On approach, you can select either Lane 2 or Lane 3. When approaching the roundabout to turn right in Lane 2, you would need to drive into Lane 2 on the roundabout and remain in this lane. We can see that Lane 2 spirals left and becomes Lane 1, and this guides you to exit the roundabout at the third exit. When approaching the roundabout to turn right in Lane 3, you would need to drive into Lane 3 on the roundabout. As you pass the first exit, we can see Lane 3 spirals left and becomes Lane 2. Remain in Lane 2 and exit the roundabout staying in this lane. You will need to signal left here to tell drivers waiting here that you are leaving the roundabout. Once you've entered the new road, you can move to the left lane when it's safe to do so. If you're doing a full circle, then select Lane 3 on approach. Enter the roundabout using Lane 3. As you pass the first exit, you will spiral left into Lane 2, the middle lane. Stay in this lane, and as you pass the third exit, you will spiral left into Lane 1, the left lane, and then you will exit the roundabout. If there are spiral roundabouts in the area where you will be taking your Part 2 test, then go out driving and get plenty of practice using these spiral roundabouts. Use Google Maps and look at overhead images of the lane markings to help you understand how the spiral lanes work. Not every spiral roundabout is the same, but they all work using the same spiraling principles as outlined on this video. With plenty of preparation and lots of practice, you should easily be able to deal with any spiral roundabouts you encounter on your Part 2 test. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if you did. Also, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate this. And do remember, in the future, when you're teaching pupils, just keep it simple and enjoy it.